Hey, what is up guys, it's Zocker1923 here, and today's video is going to be a new deck profile video about my Atlantean Mermail deck, since a lot of you asked me to showcase my deck profile. So this is updated, I hope you enjoy it. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already, leave a like on the video if you find informative. Follow Zocker1923 both on YouTube, Facebook and on Instagram. So follow my competitive Yu-Gi-Oh team, the Omnia Players, on Instagram and on Facebook, and download the Yu-Gi-Oh Duel Calculator application to check your life points. So let's get started and let's see this deck profile. So it is a 40 card main deck, of course, and if you want to see some combos, I will leave you the combo tutorial playlist up here. Go and check it out so you can check all my combos. So let's start with the Atlanteans and Deep Sea stuff. We got 3 copies of Deep Sea Diva. This card is absolutely amazing. You have to play 3. Some people is also claiming that it is better not to play 3 of this because it can get impermanence, it can get ashed, but I think you still want to play this because it's so strong. It's a tuner and enables also your needle fiber plays. Then we got 3 copies of Neptabis the Atlantean Prince. This card is amazing. Here it doesn't matter if it gets impermanence or ash because it stands as a cost, so no problem at all. Then 3 copies of Atlantean Dragoons. This card is absolutely nuts. You can resolve also 3 copies of this in one single turn, which is absolutely amazing because you can search all the 3 serpent types you need. And then last but not least, we got the 1 heavy infantry and the 1 marksman to end up with the Atlantean lineup. I think that you still want to play the marksman because sometimes you don't have the occasion to go first, of course, but otherwise I would just play the 1 infantry because this card is amazing and is a lot more useful. Then moving into the mermails, we got the 3 copies of Mermail Abystius. This card is absolutely amazing. 3 copies mandatory once again. Then 2 copies of Mermail Abyss Megalo. I think that 2 is fine, especially in a going first build. And I would like to try to turbo off on my Crystron Alkai Fiberax, needle fiber, as you want to call it, in order to hand loop, so I don't think that you need more than 2. Then for the other mermaids, we got the 1 Abyss Pike and the 1 Abyss Gun, which is spiking in price. That's absolutely amazing for the super rare because it's coming from the Astral pack, which is pretty cool. I don't know why Pike is not hyped as well for now, but that's fine. Pike is really pivotal in this build since it's a level 4 and allows you also to go into the anti-Nibiru combo. If you missed it, you can go and check it out up here. On the right, I will leave you the link to go and check out. So Pike really important. Gund is amazing because you can revive stuff from the graveyard, so you absolutely want to play it. Then the 1 Lapis Dragon, this is the searchable needle fiber, basically. You want to play 1. And then the 1 Mooling Glacier, which is another cool sea serpent type, you have to play if you want a hand loop. And then a couple of extenders in the form of the 1 Aqua Spirit and the 1 White Stingray. I think that with the release of Eternity Code, I will play probably a couple of Stingray, maybe cutting the Aqua Spirit, or even 3 Stingray, simply for the fact that Deep Sea area needs a water monster into the graveyard to be activated. So if you have Aqua Spirit in your hand, you need to have another water in your graveyard. If you have the White Stingray, you can drop anything into your graveyard and make your area live, which is really important in my opinion. Then moving onwards, we got a couple of Kaijus, the 2 Gameciels of course, because they are water, and if you go second, they are absolutely amazing. And then for the tuners, we got the 1 Fishbowl Launcher, because you need it for the times in which you go into your Coral Anemone that will lock you into playing water monsters, so you need also the Fishbowl Launcher and the Jet Synchron, which is absolutely amazing and allows you to, of course, drop the cards from the opponent's hand because you can go into Omega, you can go into Trishula, thing that you cannot do with the launcher. You cannot do Omega, of course. And then as the only hand trap, I'm playing 2 copies of Nibiru. This card is absolutely amazing. It's a blowout against a lot of decks if you drop it in the right moment, of course. So I think it is pretty much needed. So that's it for the monsters lineup. Moving on to the spell cards, I'm running 3 copies of Moray of Greed. I think that this card is so underrated and a lot of people don't want to play it, and I kind of like agree and see the viewpoints of some people. The fact is that this card can brick if you see multiples sometimes, and moreover, if you have good cards in your hand, like maybe a Thieves, a Dragoons, and a Diva, you won't activate your Moray of Greed because you don't want to risk to lose your combo pieces. But I think that it's pretty much necessary for a couple of reasons. Firstly, because you can, of course, shuffle back the bricks that you have in your hand, and it is really, really important also to shuffle back the Lapis Dragon. Maybe if you start with the Lapis Dragon in your starting hand, which will make the Lapis Dragon a vanilla in all these scenarios. So having the Moray of Greed, I think, is pretty important and allows you to go into your Thieves plus Dragoons combo or some other good cards that you want to dig into. That's the same reason why I'm playing also the one Avarice and the one Upstart Goblin, trying to dig into my combo pieces in order to hand loop the opponent. Then as an extender, I'm playing the one Eastern Fusion. Still playing this. I think I will cut this when Eternity Code will be released, simply for the fact that I need some spaces to put Mistral area and stuff like that, and because of course the one Eastern Fusion with the crush you play is pretty random now that Eastern Fusion is at 1. You can still play it maybe to summon some level 5s in the form of Sea Monster of Theseus, or just to summon the Worm level 4, the Mud Dragon of the Swamp, in order to protect your water monsters from the hand traps. But I think I will cut this definitely. Then for the other mono copies, we got the one Monster Reborn, which acts like an extender, and sometimes it's also a starter if you can recover a copy of your Neptabyss from the graveyard, and if you go second is amazing. And the 1 for 1, which is the 4th Neptabyss. Then I'm running 3 copies of Call by the Grave, because you need to have this, because this deck is so susceptible to hand traps, so you really want to have something to get rid of them. And then last but not least, the one Abyss Scale of the Mizuchi. If you find the space, or if you particularly like it, you can play also the Abyss Sphere. Then for the extra deck, we got of course the tokens, my amazing tokens, always following me. Then for the extra deck, we got as the only fusion the Mud Dragon of the Swamp, as I told you before. This can be used for a couple of reasons. So you can use it as a first move if you are scared about the opponent hand traps, because this can protect your water monsters. You can use it as a general extender to go into your rank 4s or link plays, but you can use it of course with the Crushy play, which reminds us the Northern, which is really strong. And I think I will still play this, as I said before, until Etco come out. Then for the synchros, we got the one Desert Locusts. You want to play this because you can handle the opponent, of course. The one Bordeaux Savage Dragon, the one Omega, and the one Trishula. So just the cards you need to hand loop, plus a Bordeaux Savage Dragon in case you wanna negate something, because sometimes the hand loop is not the best option, of course. Then moving on to the XYZ monsters, we got the one Totally Awesome, all together with the Bahamut Shark, so the whole package together, of course. The one Abyss Dweller and the one Mermail Abyss Gaios, which is really important, especially when you have to go into your Fishbowl Launcher play and we are forced to play into water monsters. The Abyss Gaios come up a lot. Abyss Dweller is amazing, able to destroy decks on its own. Then for the Link monsters, which are the majority, we got the one Bujinki Ahashima. And this card is amazing, allows you to make better all the hands that you have with a level 4 water monster in your hand, because you can hand on a Bahamut Toad, you can hand on a Abyss Dweller or stuff like that. The one Crush Ship for the Northern combo. The one Crystron Alkai Fabrax or Needle Fiber. This card is absolutely amazing. You want to play it, of course, and you're going first build. The one Abyss Alacia. The one Coral Anemone to recover your stuff, and the one Apollousa above the Goddess to end up with the monsters lineup. Then, moving into the side deck, I'm running 2 copies of DD Crow, This card is absolutely bonkers, especially with the new changes on the rules and the changing on the game mechanics, because also against Mermails in the mirror match, this card is amazing because if they drop something as a cost, you can DD Crow that, and that card will not have the time to activate, so it basically negates, we can say, something like that. Then 2 copies of Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood. This card is absolutely amazing for the fact that if you go into time, you can just drop this into your main deck and can be searched out by your Abyss Pike, which is really, really important because this card can win you games. Then the 1 Pankratops for going second purposes, together with the 3rd Nibiru. They are together, of course, with the other 2 that are into the main deck. The 1 Regeki for going second, the 1 Mind Control, once again for going second purposes. Triple Twin Twisters because I hate back row decks and hate Lich and all the other stuff. I really hate them. And then for going first, we got the Anti-Spell plus Imperial Order package, all together with the Red Reboot once again for the back row hate. I think that this is absolutely fine because we don't play so many spell cards, and when you put this in, you can simply side them out and you are good to go. So that's it for today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about my updated Mermail deck profile, and let me know if you want to see an updated list maybe in a couple of weeks, in which I will show you also what we can do with the new support coming out in Eternity Code. I know that Eternity Code will be released not everywhere at the same time, but if you want to see something, I will show you. So subscribe to the channel to not miss other videos about Mermails and some other Yu-Gi-Oh contents. Follow Okra1993 on YouTube, Instagram and on Facebook. Follow my competitive Yu-Gi-Oh team, the Omnia Players, on Facebook and on Instagram. And download the Yu-Gi-Oh Duel Calculator application to check your life points. And see you in the next one.